It's March the 29th of 2022. A couple is driving their Chevy Impala down Millers Road in Flint, Michigan. They are driving fast, very fast, because they are fleeing a white SUV that is chasing them. The two vehicles begin to ram each other at high speeds, causing the Impala to crash into the sign of a Golden Corral. The passenger of the white SUV would jog over to the Impala and fire several shots into the car. 20-year-old Alicia Jackson Skaggs, a pregnant mother of one, is shot in the head and passes away. The white SUV would flee the scene, but their escape would be short-lived. Due to the accurate statements by witnesses, the police are able to locate the vehicle traveling southbound on I-75 near Bristol Road. The police find the passenger in the vehicle to be 22-year-old DeAndre McLilly. They would chase him down after he bails out of the vehicle. And the driver is his mother, 47-year-old Wendy Weatherford. The police have the version of events from both the surviving driver and the Impala and the witnesses to the event. Now, they bring the mother and son into the station to hear their side of things.
I'm Sacramento. It's Dr. Lopez.
Hello.
Sorry that it's probably cold back there, I assume. I've heard from people. We get basic information from you and we try to figure out something here tonight, get you anyway, okay?
You are Wendy, right? Okay. Wendy Marie? Correct. Is your last name still Weatherford? Correct.
And I know I asked you back there, you don't need any type of medical attention. You're not high, not drunk, nothing like that, right?
No.
Okay. That has nothing to do with you. It's just standard that we ask.
Yeah, I have spinal bifida and my legs spasm.
Okay. If you need help, let me know. Or any medical attention, and if you know that changes anytime you tell me, okay? Is that your son?
No.
What about? Who do you call him?
DeAndre or Dre.
Sure. What do you want me to refer to him when I talk to you?
Dre.
Sure. All right. Who all lives at your house?
Just me and my daughter.
Okay. What's your daughter's name?
Kiera.
How do you spell that?
Kiera.
Same last name? How old is she?
13.
How far have you made it in school? Do you do any college? Just high school?
GED.
GED. Read and write, understand the English language, okay? Do you pronounce it what? Wendy or Wendy?
Wendy. W-I-N-D-Y.
Wendy.
Wendy.
You know why we're in this room? Because you were put in handcuffs, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, your looks like you're ready to run, okay?
The rights are red.
I looked through your information. I don't think you've been in trouble before. Have you ever been arrested for anything?
No.
Obviously you've never been arrested for drugs, nothing like that, right? Okay. Any problems with anybody right now that we need to know about? Is that what kind of kicked things off tonight, or?
My son's been having problems.
With somebody? He mentioned that. He said that someone jumped him.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me about that?
I know that he was with his ex-girlfriend Alicia that he's been having problems with.
Okay. Do you know Alicia's last name?
Skaggs.
Okay. Sure.
And keeps coming back to him. She's got a PPO on him.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps coming over and telling him that, oh, she's homeless and she needs help and could she please stay the night with them? And she asked him to take her up to the store and get Slurpee. They went and got a Slurpee. And from my understanding, from what I was told, that they said when they were paying the cashier, because I was down at the casino, and they were paying the cashier, and the cashier said something about take your credit card out, and it was like, I didn't pay with a credit card, sir. And he was like, watch your fucking tone with me. And he was like, I ain't even got an attitude. And some guy behind him said, oh, they're just high, and then started talking trash to him.
About your son?
Yeah.
Is this today? Just for clarity?
No, this was Saturday.
Okay.
And Alicia took her phone out and was video recording or something.
Okay.
I don't know. And the next thing you know, the other dudes started an argument with them, and they started fighting in the store. And then next thing you know, a bunch of people started jumping them in the store.
Okay.
And all she was doing was supposedly video recording it, and like people were saying that they think that she had him set up. I don't know.
Alicia, the girl she just spoke about, is the victim in this case. And she's also the ex-girlfriend of her son, DeAndre.
Okay. So it's back.
Where did I have that? What store?
I don't know.
You know if it's on the north side, east side, south side, west side?
I don't know.
Liquor store, you said?
No, it was a gas station because they went to go get a Slurpee.
Okay. So he lives in Kingsland, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Did they just have problems not too long ago? It sounds like you were involved in that case with them fighting.
No,
It was like back in December, I think.
I wasn't involved in it. They were there, supposedly fighting at the house. I didn't have nothing to do
I
with
thought
it.
you called him or something.
I called and she said that, he told me that she left and she was had the police at the house and she was getting her stuff, but he told me, I guess she's getting her stuff, the police are here. And she lied in the statement because, I'm sorry, my medicine once I get to talking, because I get migraines all the
Do you
time.
need anything?
Water.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll get it.
Okay.
From what I was told, that the police said that, or in the statement, because I ended up getting the police report, she said that I called it. I said that he said that he didn't, that she left or something like that. But she was leaving as I talked to him. But that wasn't true. The cops were supposedly getting her stuff when I was talking to him. And I was like, well, let her get her stuff, go, is what I was telling him. I'm like, if you didn't do nothing wrong, let her go. Let the cops get her stuff and go, is what I was saying.
What happened in that whole situation?
We got a lawyer because she ended up saying that they got in a fight. And so I got a lawyer, and that's when they got the PPO on them.
So she said she was physically assaulted by the men.
Yeah.
You got charged.
Yeah.
So you got a a lawyer then?
Yes. And charges were dismissed.
Okay.
So what happened today?
And they, she came back last night, supposedly.
When you say came back, is that to his apartment
Mm-hmm.
at Kings Lane?
Yep.
Right.
And I guess stayed the night with him. And, he got up and went to work, and
Where's he work?
he's working at a roofing company. One of his bosses asked him to come back, and he was doing roofing. I don't know exactly. It's out of Detroit.
Okay.
And when I went to pick him up from work, he said that she was there, and I was like, what is she doing here? I told you, stay away from her. You already said that she's been having people threatening to come to your house. We just paid $5,000 to get a lawyer to get this stuff dismissed, that she keeps coming back. Well, Mom, she called me and told me that she didn't have nowhere to stay. I said, I don't care. Get her away from you. She's going to cause more and more problems with you.
Is this by the phone you're talking to him or in person?
In person, because he was in my car.
You would just pick him up from work? Where do you pick him up from?
Like his apartment.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so he went to work today
Mm-hmm.
and then went back home.
Yes.
Oh, did he?
Well, no, we were on his way back home, and she was gone.
How did he get to work?
I take him.
Did you take him this morning?
Yes.
Okay, so you picked him up at the apartment this morning. Did he say he told you that she stayed the night, or was that later on when he told you that?
He told me when I was taking him to work that she stayed the night.
So where did he work today? Do you know where you drove him about?
I drove him to his boss's house
Where's that?
in Grand Blanc.
Okay, so you drive him there, and then where do you pick him up from?
I picked him up from his boss's
And
house.
then you took him back home or no?
No, we were going to, Alicia said to meet him at Walmart
To do what?
Well,
to get her key, to get his key.
on Crown Road?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you, in the morning, you knew that she had stayed the night, and then when you pick him up, he says, I have to go get my keys from her at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anything else talked about there, or no?
He was like, where are you at? Where are you at? She was like, I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Did you guys go to Walmart?
Yes, she wasn't there.
Do you know what time that was?
It was it had to been at least 5:45 or something because he gets out. I think he got out late today.
What time do you think you picked him up on Beverly?
It was after 5. I don't recall.
So after 5, you pick him up, you go to Walmart, he's calling her, and where are you at? 'Cause I'm supposed to meet you here, and she's saying, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
We were driving back and
Driving back where?
towards his house.
So you were gonna abandon the operation for the keys, or did you meet for the keys?
No, we were going towards his house. He was like, just go to my house because maybe she's going there instead. He was like, maybe she went back to my house.
So when he was saying, where are you at, is he not actually talking to her?
Yes.
He is talking to her?
Yeah,
What did
she was
say?
like, I'm on my way. But then we're going towards Miller Road on the way back, and then we see her, and then she was like, hey, where's my keys? And we're going through Culver's, and she pulled off. So then we followed her, and,
Can we slow down just a little bit?
yeah.
So where are you driving when you guys see her? So you're leaving Walmart and you're gonna head back to his apartment. Where are you driving at?
On Miller Road.
Miller. So how did you get from Walmart to Miller Road? Do you know your path you took?
I'm gonna go get my computer.
Sure.
I don't recall exactly.
Okay. All right, so you make it down Miller Road,
Yeah.
and you're driving which way?
Because we see her, and she turns like she was heading towards Walmart. And then she pulls into Culver's, and we pulled in behind her, and he went to go ask her, where's my keys? And then she pulled off.
Okay. And then what?
And then we followed her, and then we pulled into Golden Corral, and he got out and ran and said, hey, where's my keys? And then she tried to run him over, and then she ran into the pole, and 2 guys jumped out and started shooting
At who?
at my car.
2 guys jumped out of that car and started shooting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what happened?
I turned around and took off
What was your plan?
to get away and call the cops.
Okay. You got pretty far away.
Yeah,
And we never received a 911 call from you, right?
because I wanted to get home and call.
Even though you just got shot at?
Yeah, because I was scared. I wanted to get home and call so we could make a statement at home.
Okay. Alright, I'll wait for my partner to get back, I think. No. Okay, so you see the car, you pull in behind her, he gets out and says, where are my keys? And then she pulls off, and this is at where?
Culver's.
Culver's. And closer to Miller Road, or on the far side, left, so if you're standing on Miller Road, the front of the building, the left of the building, the right of the building, the back of the building.
It's through the drive-through part. It took off.
Okay. Was she going towards Miller Road or away from Miller Road?
No, the other way. It was down the side street going towards Lennon.
Towards Lennon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it was like, just give me my keys.
So where else did she drive then?
And then came back. She went down Lennon, came back, and came back up Miller Road.
And you're chasing after her?
We wasn't chasing her. I just followed her. I wasn't speeding or nothing. I was just following her.
Okay. And then she pulls into Culver's? Or,
No.
Golden Corral?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get out and talk to her?
I didn't.
Or he?
My son run over to her and was like, hey, where's my keys?
Who else was with your son?
Nobody.
Okay.
It was him by himself.
Okay. There's a firearm in your car? 2?
I don't know.
You ever been in trouble before? No?
No, I have not.
Okay. You know this is pretty important stuff that we're dealing with, right? And I know you're not being honest with me. It's okay. It's your son, I understand. But if you don't give an honest recollection,
I am giving honest.
well, that's not it here, okay? So there's cameras all over out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know your son shot at the car. I know you're sat right there. I know you picked him up. So what happens is I can't trust anything anybody says as far as it being self-defense or anything if you guys are all going to lie to me off the beginning. Does that make sense? So I understand you're scared, but scared is not a defense to whatever is happening, okay? So the problem is that someone down the road from this is going to view you, okay? There's a camera in that thermostat. It's not a real camera, right? You've never seen a protective cover on that. And they're going to see this, and nothing you say is going to be consistent with everything that happened, because there's a bunch of eyewitnesses out there. There's cameras. You guys are going to have cell phone records. You know, going to show all your road travels and all that. And then whatever is said about it being self-defense, or we didn't do this, or we did that, no one's going to believe you, and people are going to view you as a liar. And what do people hate the most? Being lied to, right?
Right.
And I can't trust you here on the small stuff, like the basics I already know, because how long did it take me to come talk to you? 3-4 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I come in, talk to my guys. They all have cameras. Technical services units in there. They download the cameras. I'm viewing those cameras. Crime labs out there. They tell me I got these casings in these locations. And then you're going to give me a story that's 180 degrees off from that. It doesn't help me at all. It makes you look like you are now accomplice to a shooting, right? So this is not good. I want you to not make things worse. I think there's two sides to every story, but your side is not a truthful story, and it's going to do nothing but hurt you and your son. Okay? Just because your son made a mistake today doesn't mean that other people didn't start the mistake. But your story is 180 degrees off from everything. It's not consistent, and it does not help me. Okay? Does that make sense? You have a Glock, an extended mag hanging out, which is consistent with the casings that are fired out there. Your car is right there. I don't want you to get in trouble for something your son did. Your son makes sure at his own bed. I'm pretty sure you're probably sick of dealing with it. He's actually grown, and so now you're getting sucked into the middle of all this. So if they did shoot at you, which you have bullet holes in your car, I need to know the truth about where that occurred, why it occurred, and if we're doing this rolling gun battle thing. But the way you tell the story isn't consistent. Her car can't crash like that from Golden Corral's parking lot. So before we ever talk about anything that you may or may not have done wrong today, lying to a peace officer, I'm a peace officer, even though you normally know me as a police officer, I'm a detective, but it's a peace officer of the state of Michigan while investigating a shooting, and we'll get into the severity of that shooting, which I don't know if you've heard about that just yet. It's like a 5-year felony just for lying in this room, okay? I'm willing to take that off the table since I'm the victim of that crime because you're lying to me, but if you continue going forward, you're going to catch charges just by lying in this room, okay? And I already know that's not consistent. Is that fair?
I want an attorney because I'm not lying.
Okay.
So the mom, she gets pressed a little bit and she lawyers up. Anyway, we'll get back to her later. The son, now he'll talk. So we're going to listen to the son.
DeAndre?
What's your middle name? How do you spell that?
DAWAYNC.
And your last name?
McLillan.
How do you spell that?
McLilloi.
Is it DEONDRE?
Yes.
Okay. What's your date of birth? Where are you living right now?
Showings Lake.
What's the address over there?
3317.
And your phone number?
887.
How far did you make it to school? How far did you make it to school?
To 12th grade, then I dropped out.
Okay. Read and write? You can read and write?
Yes.
Understand the English language fine?
Yeah, I can read and write here and there.
Like good enough to read a book?
Yeah.
Okay. No problem communicating whatsoever though, right? Like as far as talking? Okay. You don't need any medical attention, nothing like that. Is that right? I haven't heard you They haven't told me that you.
I've been telling them I've been needing medical. They're not trying to give me no medical.
Well, I'm trying to do whatever you need to do. So
Yeah, my legs hurting, arms hurting.
So is it just general pain?
Yeah.
Okay, is it something that we need to check out now, or we can have a conversation and get checked out later?
Well, we can get checked out later. We can talk now.
Okay, if you, so for some reason, like, so this is just pain from the wrestling around, I'm guessing? Okay, if that becomes like out pain, like my leg snapped, or I can't focus on what you're saying because it hurts so bad, I want you to stop and tell me that, okay?
We want you to be able to communicate clearly and not be distracted.
So at this point, you're just saying like general
Yeah.
pain,
Yes.
and you're okay with not being checked out now, but you want to be looked over later.
Yes.
Is that fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Okay, outside of general pain from just wrestling around, there's nothing snapped, injured, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Okay, we okay with talking now? Okay, all right. If that changes, you tell me, okay? You're the boss in that regard, okay? I'm not gonna deny you medical treatment, especially if it's gonna hamper our communication, because this right now is obviously super important to both of us, right?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Okay.
If you don't any drugs, smoke anything, alcohol today,
Only smoked one joint.
was that earlier today?
Yeah.
About what time?
About like 7 o'clock.
Would you say you're high at all right now?
Like any issues with communicating with us, understanding what we're saying?
No.
Okay.
All right. Just gotta be really clear, on that type of thing, so I want you to be able to communicate with me. That's the most important thing we can do in this room is effective communication, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't ever want to twist your words, you not have it understand, and me say, he said this, and that's not what you said, right? So if any of that changes, you tell me, okay? Do you want me to call you DeAndre or Drake? Your mom said you go by both.
Doesn't matter.
I'll let you pick, because it's your name, not mine.
Dre.
Drake. All right, Drake. While we're in this room, you're obviously handcuffed, right?
Yes.
So that's known as being taken into custody. If you're taken into custody, and then now I'm going to ask you questions about that in this room, I have to read your Miranda warning, okay? I don't know if you've ever had your Miranda warning read before. You have? Okay. I'm going to read it to you anyways. Did you understand that the last time you were read it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Do you still remember most of it from that time?
Okay.
All right.
Once again, the rights are read.
Officer Long, one of the officers, and I don't know if you caught all their names or not, said that you were kind of like saying that you got jumped or something. Like, why are you guys grabbing me? I'm the victim. Something to that effect, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now is the time for you to tell us that story, so I get a picture of what we got going on, because I got madness right now.
We don't want any misunderstandings where we're going to be confused about something. So if there's something we need to know, now's the time to say it.
Supposedly, my ex-girl had my keys. I was trying to get my keys. I called her. I was like, can you meet me somewhere so I can get my keys back, please? And she blocked my number. And then I tried to call her off my mom. She didn't answer. We're about to turn in.
That's your mom's water, by the way, so if you get thirsty, you new one or you can share with your mom. I would drink after my mom, but if you want to do one, you let me know.
It's okay.
Okay.
We're about to turn in Golden Corral because she flicked her lights at us because I guess when we were leaving Walmart, because she told me to meet her at Walmart, and when we were leaving she was already coming, so she flicked her lights, so I've seen her. She pulled in Golden, I pulled in Golden. She hurried up, did like a fast U-turn, so I'm like, okay. I got out the car. I'm trying to like walk up to her to talk to her, like, can I get my keys? She hit me with the car, and then a guy hopped out of the car and started shooting at me, and I'm like trying to hurry up, figure out where can I go to not get shot, and I'm trying to worry about my mom, not make sure she's not getting shot, and I just hopped in the car, and I hear cops coming, so I'm like, Mom, just take me away. I'm not supposed to be nowhere near cops or anything. I'm not supposed to talk to them. I'm on probation. And then she took me, and then I see the cops on me, and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to get out the car because they're following you. They're going to take me for no fucking reason. The dude who shot took off running, and they don't even got that person.
Okay.
And that's what happened.
Okay. So that's kind of like the bird's eye view, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I need to zoom it down to street view, you know what I mean? From Google Earth, I need to go to Google Maps. Does that make sense? Okay. So let me get some background into you, okay? You work as roofing?
Yes.
Okay. You work today, right?
Yes. I literally just got off work when I was going to get...
You live on Kings Lane?
Yes.
Okay. When...
Did she stay with you last night?
She didn't stay with me last night. She stayed like, yeah, I'll say she stayed the night because she came at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I had work at 7.
What's her issue?
That's what I don't know.
Because she's got a PPO on you, but she wants to still hang out.
Yes, that's what I don't get.
Now, I've never had a woman have an active restraining order against me. I've never given a woman a reason to have an active restraining order against me. But if you had an active restraining order against me and you came to my house trying to stay with me, I'm going to look at you and be like, Oscar's got a little room in his trash can down the street. Go live with him.
Okay.
She said, come on, Dre, I need to talk to you. I need to tell you something. People are trying to kill you. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not supposed to talk to you. She's like, can I at least get my inhaler?
Okay. So she wanted to come over here, correct?
Inhalers. I said, that's fine. You can come get your inhalers because I know you need them.
Do you think that was just an end to hang out with you, though?
That's what I was thinking.
Kind of like the 8th grade, I need my sweatshirt back.
Yep. That's what I was thinking, but I'm like, no, she probably just needs her inhaler really bad.
Okay.
What time was that? Was that like later on, or?
It was like, I don't know what time by exact.
Let's guess.
I'll say around like 10 or 11.
Okay. But you didn't stay the night?
She stayed the night at 1. Yes, she texted me that, but I didn't answer back to her at like 1 o'clock. And then that's when I let her in. And she stayed until 7 o'clock. I don't know what she did. Because I was like, you have to leave because I have work. She's like, I'll just drop your keys off to your mom. I'm like, I don't want to do that. She's like, just please do it. Please do it. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I said, okay. I let that happen. She went to Southfield with my keys. I'm like, why did you leave with my keys when you know I'm getting out of work at this time? She's like, I gotta make errands. I'll be back, or I'll just put them in your mom's mailbox. I'm like, please, can you just bring me my keys, or can I meet you where you're at right now?
Are these house keys?
Yes, my house keys.
Is it the only set?
It's the only set I had.
Okay.
She had.
Yeah, so you gotta get them back.
Yes.
All right. How long have you known this girl?
I've known her for 3 years.
How long have you dated this girl for?
10 months off and on.
Okay. Did she live at the house with you?
At one point, yes.
What was that?
When we were dating, yes, she was living with me.
So from 10 months ago until
Till like 3 months ago, or 4.
4 months ago. Okay. Did she get with another guy then?
Yes.
Did she move back into her parents' house?
I don't know if she moved back with her parents
She
or...
moved away from you though.
Yes.
How's the guy's name?
I don't know his name by heart. I know it's Louis.
White guy, black guy?
Mixed guy.
Mixed guy?
Did you guys end things like amicably, or did you find out she was seeing him behind your back?
No, like, it was weird. We were doing really good. Then one day she was like, I'm about to go have my mom do my hair.
Mm-hmm.
She went home. She had her location on. I'm like, okay, I'll see you soon. She was like, I gotta take my mom to go to Dollar General. I looked at her location. She was pulling into Kings Lane. And then as soon as she pulled in, she turned off her location. I started walking back where she was. Walked up to my office, talked to my landlord, and then walked to her car. And I'm like, why did you turn off your location? Can we talk, please? And then she was like, just go back to your house, Ray. I went back to my house. Cops came. She got the cops made me give her clothes and TV and stuff, all her stuff. And
Just not with Lil?
yeah, like when we were dating, that's what happened. She just
There was like no fight or anything?
no fight.
She just surprised you with the police and
Yes,
whatever stuff.
Has this happened before?
Multiple times, yes.
Like where she's all in and then she's all out?
All out, yes.
Okay. Does she have emotional problems?
Yes, she has.
Do you think that you have emotional problems at all?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are we talking like clinical or just like you just are so in love so you do crazy type of thing?
No.
No what?
Like, not the second one, not that one, but the first one you said, sir.
Okay. You diagnosed with anything?
Yes.
What are you diagnosed with?
Bipolar, anxiety, and ADHD.
Okay. You're on your medicine now, though, I'm imagining.
Oh, yes.
Because you seem as doing well as you could be, right?
Yes.
I don't see you having an episode or anything like that. So this morning, you're gonna leave. Mom's gonna pick you up. She's gonna take you to your boss's in Grand Blanc. That's what she tells me. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Boss's name?
Steve.
Last name?
Don't know his last name by heart, but I know if you look up his company,
What's the company name?
By the Square.
By the Square.
By the Square.
Roofing reference.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you go to work. Where do you work at today?
I worked in Detroit.
Any communication with her via cell phone or text?
Nothing at all until at 12, my break. I try to see if she left or where's my keys or what.
You text or call?
I called.
Okay.
I called her. She didn't answer. I tried to call again. No answer.
Okay.
So when I'm about to go back onto the roof, she calls. She was like, I just woke up, yada yada. Did your mom come in or something? Because the light's on. I heard some voice. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't been there.
Did you tell your mom that she was still in the crib when your mom took you to Grand Blanc in the morning?
I know.
You didn't let her know that she stayed the night?
Mm-mm.
Were you going to keep it from her? I'm guessing mom would not like that based on everything that's gone on.
Yes.
Okay. When does mom find out that she's...
I think when she walked into my house and, like, I heard her or something.
Do you know for a fact your mom went to the house?
I know she did because Alicia said she heard a girl voice.
Did you ask your mom about it?
No.
Okay. All right. So you're at work. She calls. She says...
She heard someone...
But she's still in the house. She just woke up and this is around noon.
Like noon. And then I got out around like 5-ish.
Okay.
6 o'clock.
Okay.
I called her. I'm like, where are you at?
Is mom already picked you up at this point?
Yes.
Okay. So you're in the car with mom?
Yes.
Where are you heading towards?
I'm heading towards home
Initially.
initially.
Okay.
And then I called her.
Because she could very well still be there?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm trying to head home, and I call her. I'm like, so where are you at? Did you give my mom the keys? She's like, I totally forgot. I'm in Southfield making errands. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the only keys I have.
What does that mean, making errands? Because Southfield's a hell of a drive for errands.
30 minutes away? Yeah, I know.
Do you know what that's about?
No. I don't know nothing.
It's not like drugs or anything like that, is that?
I do not know, sir.
Nothing to your knowledge.
Nothing to my knowledge.
Okay, sure. All right, sure. Go ahead.
I just know she had to make some errands
Okay, so she's making errands, but you want your keys because you want to get inside.
inside my house.
And you want to clean up. You
So
want to
you
clean up.
literally can't get in your house.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's not cool.
Okay, so now what?
She said she was in Southfield. I was on my way home, and then she was like, just give me a minute. I can bring them to you or something. I'm still on my way home because it takes me a minute. She called. She's like, I'm like, what are you doing? She was like, I'm at Walmart on Corona Road. I'm like, how did you get to Southfield to Walmart that fast?
That's what I was wondering. Okay. I had the same question.
And then she was like, I already left. Like, I've been driving real fast. I'm like, all right. Can you just tell me where you're at so I can meet you and get my keys, please? That's all I'm asking.
Was it cool last night? Like, did you guys talk?
No, we didn't fuck. We just cuddled and went to sleep.
But it wasn't even. I mean,
You guys weren't fighting.
No fight. That's what I'm shocked.
But this is this back and forth that she does, right?
Yeah, it's what she does. So it was normal, everything.
When's the last time that she slept over at all? Was that before the whole arrest thing and all that?
Yeah.
It's been since St. Patty's Day before that, right?
Yeah.
Some of you are probably trying to look up and see how many days before the incident the restraining order occurred. It was 12 days. 12 days. St. Patrick's Day was 12 days before this incident.
Okay. So last night, when did she hit you up for the inhalers?
Around 10.
Call or text or Facebook Messenger?
She was blowing my text up, but I didn't text. So she called and called. And I'm like, all right. I had enough. So I answered. I'm like, what do you want? You already know I can't speak. And she was like, Dre, just listen. I need my inhalers. I can't breathe. I'm losing my mind. I don't have nowhere to live. I'm like, I don't care. If you want your inhalers, you can come get your inhalers. I don't care what you're going through in life. Just get your inhalers and leave me be.
Okay, so she drives over.
She drives over. She's like, Dre, can you please just let me stay so I don't have to sleep in my car? I'm like, I'm a generous person, so yeah, I'll let you.
What's the matter with her parents' house?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if she keeps on not going home on time or go to different people and
Doing all this bullshit, right?
yes, doing all this
Drama.
bullshit. Yes, drama, and not trying to go back to her own house.
Okay.
Because she told me her mom said she kicked her out and she can't go back there anymore.
Okay, so she shows up at the house. She needs somewhere to stay.
She needs somewhere to stay. I said yes. I shouldn't freaking even let her. She came over. She stayed. I was like, I got work in the morning. I'm like, what do you want to do? Because I have to go to work.
I mean, you guys talking about like dating again, or
No.
so it was just giving her a place to stay.
Yes.
So if she would have said like, I'm still at the crib, can I hang out another night? What would you have said?
I would have been like, no.
Just to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never even try to speak to her.
But you're not mad. You're not mad at her, though.
No, I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at myself that I brought her back in.
Okay, so let's fast forward back to the key thing. So she says she's at Walmart. Obviously, you and I both know that's weird that she went from Southfield to Walmart. Now she's at Walmart. So you're driving with, is mom driving or are you driving? And I don't care. I don't care about. I think at some point you said you were driving, maybe.
Never.
All right, I thought you put yourself in the driver's seat somewhere along the way. Okay, no big deal. So you're in the passenger
That's what
seat.
the cops was kept on saying I was driving.
I'm not worried about what they said. I'm worried about what you said. That's what I want to know.
Oh no, I was not driving.
I don't mean that against you. I'm just saying, to me, I'm talking to you. Like, your story is the most important. I don't care what they're trying to say. You did.
My mom was driving, no, and she
Was anybody else in the car with you?
No, just me and my mom.
Okay, so driving to Walmart.
Driving to Walmart. I guess we were parked in Walmart for a good minute.
Okay, so I think we had a map at some point. Okay. Here's Walmart. Crown Road. Linden Road, Main Road, okay. Dutcher, little side street, I-75, okay. This is a little cut through. Is that Ketzler is like right in here, and then it's either this one or this one. I think it might be this one actually. So it's Ketzler, and then we have Culver's, Five Guys. Well, I'm sorry, Culver's, Texas Roadhouse, Five Guys, Golden Corral, which I think we're going to end up there eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when we go to Walmart, you guys take 75 back roads. Do you remember how you got there?
Not offhand. My mind.
No, that's fine. Okay, so when we get to Walmart, do we park on the Crown Road side or the Dutcher side? Okay. Now there's two doors. There's this door over here. I think it's a grocery door. This one's like the home or pharmacy door.
I was in the middle.
In the middle of those two.
Yes.
Okay. Now the parking lot is huge. We closer to the building, in the middle, or all the way out by Crown Road?
Like kind of all the way up by Crown in the
Middle. And that's in Mom's little white Encore.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys go there. You park.
We parked because she said she was there.
Did she say I'm in the parking lot, I'm inside, or did she just say
I'm in
at
the
Walmart?
parking lot at Walmart.
And she drives that pallet.
Pablo, yes.
Okay. All right. So, what happens next?
So I pulled out, started calling.
Now we're going to watch that again, but I don't think I've ever seen a cop sit up that fast. He was like, wait, what? You pulled out? I thought your mom was driving.
So I pulled out, started calling.
So I think this is what you said I pulled out earlier, and that's what made me think.
Oh, no, my mom pulled out.
Okay, I think that's why I think you're driving.
I don't know why I keep saying I.
That's fine. Why do you pull out if you're trying to meet her?
My mom pulled out. I just gave up because I just told my mom, let's go back home.
How long were you waiting there?
A good 10, 15 minutes.
Was she talking to you on the phone at that point?
When I was sitting there, no, not at all. She blocked my number. So I was just waiting and waiting. I tried to call off my mom. She Yeah, she's like, what? I said I'm pulling in. And then I was like, if you're pulling in, where? And then I guess she seen me flick the lights.
Okay. Are you still parked when she flipped the light or no?
No, I was already driving and got over here, so must have took.
So this is Dutcher. That's going to take you by the mall. Did you go by the mall? And this is Lemon Road.
Not by the mall.
Linden Road? Alright, so main pass, and you tell me. Linden Road's the main one. There's McDonald's right here. Shea Chevrolet's the
We
giant.
went this way, but we didn't get on the highway to get over here.
Dutcher Road is a main road.
Okay.
And it's right next to Walmart. So you would have pulled out and went right this way.
This way.
And that would
The old movie theater from the 10 mall.
down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dutcher and Lennon. If you would have continued on Dutcher, you would have drove right into the mall. Does that sound right? Maybe.
Somehow you got down to
Yeah.
where did you say you went from here? Sorry, I missed it.
I don't know.
Is she telling you where she's at? How do we end up from here to here and then bump into her down here? This is where I'm really
Because I was coming back home and I don't know how Walmart's way over here when I had to take Miller and then take a right on Ballinger.
Which would have been how you got home, but I mean, normally, like if I was going to drive,
Yeah.
obviously I'm a police officer, so I know every road like the back of my hand, but I would have went Corona to Ballinger here,
Mhm.
and that would have taken you all the way down, or Corona to 75, and then you could have went Bristol over your house or whatever. But
Oh, that's what. Ballinger. Then when I was about to keep going straight, I think that's when she flicked me. We started
do
going.
you know what you were by?
No, I do not.
Okay. Is it possible you were over here? Because this is like quite a drive to end up way over here.
Sir, I
I'm not trying to get you like too detailed. Do you remember what businesses were on when she flipped her lights on?
I was not paying attention. I'm trying to get in my phone to figure out like where I can tell her to pull over or talk to me.
Are you trying to meet along the way, or are you just driving home and you happened to cross her?
I was heading home and I just crossed her.
Okay. And she flips her lights, and then what?
She flips her eyes, she pulls and go in, but she speeds like I'm talking about. So I'm like, hold on, Mom. I got out the car. I'm trying to walk. Hey, stop. And then boom, I got hit with her car. She hit me. I flew over, and then a dude started hopping. I hopped out the back seat. His name's Major. I don't know his real name, but on Facebook it's Major.
That's fun to ask that. Is that Facebook? What is it? Major?
Major.
Like MAGOR?
Yes.
JOR?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if you were listening very carefully to the mother's interview, you heard her talk about how they pulled up behind them at the Culvers. He seems to skip past pulling up to the Culvers. There's a reason why, but he's jumping straight to Golden Corral and ignoring Culvers. Let's keep going.
That.
Okay.
Do you know what Major or anything else?
No, but I know of the picture. I know exactly what he looks like. I know he got a beard and everything.
Okay, so he jumps out.
He jumps out, and I'm on the ground, and I see him reaching for something.
She hit you with the car.
Yes, she hits me with the car. That's why my legs like mess up.
I'm gonna take you back to this moment later. Okay. Not right now. I'm gonna let you tell me the next part, and then I'm gonna take you back so I want to know how she hit you.
Okay.
But I want some continuity of the story.
When she flipped us down, we pulled in, but she sped in there, and I tried to get out. So I was like, "Hey, stop!" And then she ran into me.
Does she drive into you? Does she back into you? Does she
No.
hit you in the door?
Dead on. Dead.
So you're standing there, hey, talk to me, and she just kicks and drives and goes.
Yes, like she sees me, so I say at least 3 cars length apart. She sees me right there saying, "Stop, can I talk? Can I get my keys? Stop, stop." And then she's just gassing it. And I'm like, oh shit, she's gonna really try to hit me. And she hit me. And then the dude hops out. I'm on the ground. I looked up. I see him reach for something. So I'm trying to hurry up and run to my mom's car to make sure she's not in danger. Dude started shooting. Doom hit my mom's car, and then hit her side window and windshield, and then he shot. As soon as I turned behind my mom's car, he shot right behind me, and I started running. And then my mom was like, "I gotta get you out of here. I gotta get you out of here." So I'm like, "Okay, you just go. I'll worry about them. I'll meet you. I don't want you to get hurt. Just go." So I'm running. Here comes a dude chasing me. I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm about to die." Dude shot again. So I try to go behind I think the T-Mobile or whatever.
Okay, so down by Unbelievable Burger.
Yep, got right there. Then he lost me, or I lost him because I couldn't see him anymore. And then my mom was on the main road, and I was yelled, "Mom!" And then she stopped. I got in the car, got in the highway, and then the cops, state boy came, and then that's when I got off the car and I started running. And yes.
Why'd you run if you're going to?
Because
I don't really care. I'm just
listen,
curious.
sir, I'm on probation. I'm not supposed to have no police contact. So if I had police contact right there, I would have been going to jail.
I know, but now you're still running. Still.
Yes, I understand. I was just scared for my life because I'm getting shot at.
No, I understand.
don't know what to do.
I want you to contact us so we can help you. That's what I'm saying. I understand you.
My mindset, like, it's not set like that. My mindset is just run and just run.
So as the male detective leaves the room to go get a map, the lady detective asks DeAndre about the supposed shooter in the backseat.
You don't know who he is?
No, but I know of him, and I know that he does bad things.
He did bad things?
Yes.
Okay. Is she friends with him?
Oh, she friends and used to date him.
Okay.
See, I
You
didn't
know
know.
when he stays?
Like east side, north side, I think.
Okay. And I might have missed it, so I apologize, but he started shooting at you in the parking lot of Golden Corral?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any shots fired by him anywhere else on Miller Road?
No.
Okay, so only...
Right there and right behind Golden Corral, heading towards T-Mobile, he shot again.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking at him on Facebook when you were explaining that. I was just
I'm
making sure
sure
it was on it.
he got his Facebook. That's
Yeah,
all
I'm
I
trying to figure it
can.
out. So you said you were looking up trying to find a place where to meet her, right? And
Yes.
that's why you ended up down here on Miller Road.
Yes.
Did she tell you she was on Miller Road
No,
at any point in time?
she did not tell me nothing. She didn't want to tell me no streets or nothing. I'm like, what streets are you on? She's like, Dre, I told you I'm about to be pulling up. I'm almost there.
Like referencing Walmart.
Yes.
So you just happened to run across her?
Yes. And then she signaled me down and then did that whole big
And tell me again where you first seen her, where she flicked her lights at. Where was that at?
I want to say it's right on the corner of Miller and something.
Do you remember anything like unique by businesses? There's a lot of...
I'm so sorry. Like,
It's okay.
my mind. I
Listen,
don't.
you can only remember what you can remember, so it's fine. You had mentioned earlier that you had her location services on
No.
when this happened. That wasn't the case.
No,
Was it?
this wasn't the case.
Okay, so I'm assuming
This
you guys
was-
broke up, but she probably turned it off.
it was
I have
when
to ask.
it was when we were together and when she left. That's when she had her location.
How do you follow on location services? I just actually don't know.
Location.
Do like on certain apps or like I know Snapchat.
Or you can just send it to like iPhones. You can send them your location.
like certain people. Gotcha. And so was yours set up for like the iPhone?
Yes.
I gotcha. Okay, good to know. All right, so you think it's somewhere along Miller Road is where you run across her, but you're not really sure exactly where. That's why he's going to get a zoomed-in map. Maybe it'll help you be able to tell us where you first seen her at.
Yes.
So was she actually driving the car?
Yes.
Okay. And this male that shot at you, he was in the back seat.
Backseat.
Was there anybody else in the car?
I've seen a whole bunch of people, but I don't know.
Like a full car?
Yes, it was a full car.
Okay. Because I mean, that's an Impala, so you're fitting, what, maybe 5 people, like legally 5 people in
Legally,
there?
5 people, yes.
You think there were that many people in the car?
Oh, I I know, I seen, because I was seeing, as soon as the dude opened the door, one person tried to open the other door, like that's on my side.
That's on at Golden Corral.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One of them tried to open the door, but they shut it when Major started shooting.
Did you recognize anybody else in the car?
I couldn't. I wasn't trying to. The only person I recognized was Major, the shooter, and Alicia, the driver.
Okay. What do you think he was shooting for?
Only reason I could think of is when she broke up, she probably told the dude some lies or something, you know? That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you know that I know that she had PPI.
Yeah.
So I know she made some allegations about back in like what, December, and then St. Patrick's Day.
It's bad, you know? And
Did anything ever happen with the St. Patrick's Day thing? You didn't get charged with it or go to jail or anything, did you?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds like she's in the shoes.
Yeah, she really does. I just started working.
At the roofing company.
Yeah.
Hasn't been very long then.
No, it's not even been a full week. We worked for like 5 days.
Was it a pretty big job? Everything right? Like a business or house?
We do like commercial roofing.
Yeah, that'll keep you busy. God, it had you freezing today.
Oh, it was.
It's been cold the past
That's
couple
why I had like 2 jackets on
Yeah.
my sweaters.
Yeah, that's gotta be cold, especially up in the air. Well, thank you. But hey, at least you got a job, right?
Yeah.
They treat you pretty good.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
pay.
Starting off is $14.15 an hour.
It's pretty good. How did you fall into that?
Like how I
Like how you got a job?
my friend actually, my friend Thomas, looked on this like website, jobs or whatever,
Okay.
and seen it, and he was like, "Hey, it's under the table. It's cash every Friday. You want to come?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I started going with him, and then something like that.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good that you fell into that.
Yes.
Especially, I mean, that pay rate's pretty good too.
Oh
Do they
yeah.
offer anything else or just under the table? No,
Oh.
like benefits?
Actually, you can do benefits if you want to.
You gotta pay for it though, probably.
At this point, DeAndre isn't under arrest and he's not being charged with any crimes. So, what better time to start confessing to stuff than right now? Stuff like tax evasion.
That's good that you got the option though.
Mm-hmm.
You have any kids?
No kids, no nothing. I live by myself.
How long have you been at Kingsley?
At least 3 months now.
3 months. Do you like it out there?
It's alright. It's quiet.
It's quieted down from what it used to be.
Yeah.
They got cameras in there and security gates and stuff, so it's much better now than it was like last summer. It was horrible. They were shooting at people left and right in there.
Yeah, I was always kept to myself, and my building's like the first one, so I don't
That's good.
even talk to no one. I just go to work, come back home.
Best way to live. Stay out of trouble.
I tried for so long, and I guess trouble finds me.
How did you meet her?
Who, Alicia?
Is it Alicia or Alicia?
Alicia.
Okay.
I met her during like when I was going through school and like
Like high school?
high school.
Where were you in high school?
I went to Bendel and Grambling.
Okay. Was she in Grambling?
No, she was doing Bendel but alternative schools.
Okay. She had any kids?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. You guys met at school?
And then we became friends and down timeline and we started dating and all through.
Yeah. She ever been in trouble before, Alicia? Do you know?
Alicia, I don't know if she has, but it seemed like she has.
Like, you know her to be into any bad things?
No, not that I know of.
Like she was ordering up drugs while you were with her or anything like where you would be aware?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not counting marijuana as a drug, but anything else?
She likes to do her little bars and perks and stuff.
So pills are kind of a thing. Did you prescribe them?
No.
No. Okay.
She go buy them. I told her, like, you're better than that. You don't need none of that. She's like, yes, I do. I need at least 2 perks and 3 bars to even function. I'm like, I don't want to tell them, like, you need help.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I guess you do.
She had issues with like anxiety or something, and that was showing up. So what's with this Lewis guy? Are you about him?
Lewis is that's her ex.
Is her ex? Is she dating him currently? Or
She was.
okay.
And then the night she came over, I guess they broke up. I didn't know.
Like last night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she told you last night they were broke up?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe her?
50-50 because Major is Lewis' friend. So, I don't know.
Did you see Lewis in the car today?
I couldn't see nothing.
I mean, he could have been,
He could have been.
but you didn't see.
I didn't see nothing.
Okay. Alright, let me see if he's having issues with this map. I'm going to get it going here. Trying to figure out my name. And I'll be right back, okay?
So the guys are talking right now with Caleb. Do you know who that is?
Caleb. Went to school with Caleb.
I think it's the last name. They're talking to him, and then they just got done talking with Lewis.
Okay.
So I'm getting like a couple pictures, and like there's a little bit of overlap in my pictures. Like, I don't know. It is a good representation. Like, see, this is close, and Texas Roadhouse is in this one. But I'm like not getting all the pictures. I'm seeing like this and this and this. Like everyone's stories kind of have something in common, but I think everybody's kind of eliminating themselves from doing anything wrong. Does that make sense? Like when 2 boys fight in the schoolyard, both of them say he attacked me, but none of them say like what led up to it, or you know what I mean? So if you have omitted in any way stuff that you did or anything, help me out with that, because I hear what you're saying, but I also have to make the puzzle pieces fit. You know what I mean?
Caleb and Lewis about to say some dumb stuff and trying to get me in jail, so there's
Can you? Well, I'm worried about what they did to you. Okay. So you said, "Here's Golden Corral." Here. Okay. Do you know where you see her at all, or this is just where you end up?
Well, you said you turned on Miller Road, right?
yes. Turn on Miller.
Does any of this look familiar? Texas Roadhouse is like Men's Warehouse, I think.
And actually, there's probably one better one. This one has here.
Culver's.
Culver's.
McAllister's.
That's Culver's. And McAllister's, the new deli place.
Okay, and then this is Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. And I think you said something about the Verizon store. He was chasing you by that. That's there.
Or T-Mobile.
Yeah, T-Mobile, sorry. Golden Corral's here. And this is called Vehicle Accessories. Vehicle
Does any
Accessories.
of that sound familiar?
Golden Corral.
It's like farther down here when you said you turned on Miller Road.
That's actually Casa Real there. Casa Real. Texas Roadhouse.
Only thing that I know that we seen Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
And she was about to turn left, and then she signaled just go that way, so she went right into here. That big parking lot, did a whole circle, and that's when I got out.
And she tried to run you over.
Yes,
And then they crashed.
she crashed.
And then the guy jumps out.
Guys, I'm sorry, started shooting.
How many people were in the car, do you think?
And the whole car full.
There's like a car seat in there.
And then at least 4 people.
Okay.
I seen 2 in the front and 2 in the back for sure.
Positive.
Positive. I know for a fact I seen 4 people.
Was Golden Corral the only spot where there was like gunfire? Or
Yes.
was there anywhere else back here? Anywhere else for missing?
Not that I know of, but that's where all the shooting like was happening, and I heard the shots.
Nothing before when you guys were, going through Texas Roadhouse. Anything back in here that you can remember?
I'm sorry, no, I don't remember anything.
Okay. I mean, do you think if anything had happened back here, you would still follow them over here if they were shooting at you back here?
If I was following, maybe.
I mean, if you're getting shot at, are you going to keep following them?
No, but if I need my health key, yes.
Okay.
If I knew I was getting shot at, no. What's happening with my mom?
Well, we're just trying to get everyone's story straight. So she told us her version of events, which is not the same as yours.
Okay.
So I'm trying to. We're gonna have to have like that. Have you ever heard of a come to Jesus talk? Yeah, like you and I gotta have that because your mom has never been in trouble in her life.
No.
She's a nice lady.
Yes.
I like you. I really do. You're a nice guy. You speak nice. You're kind. I don't mind being in this room with you. I end up despising a lot of people that sit in that chair, and then that because they do bad things.
Right.
I don't think that's you, but it's okay. And I don't take this as an insult. I know you're not being honest with me because you're scared shitless. It's fair, right? You have every.
You already are on probation, so you're really worried about that.
So you have every reason to be scared shitless, but I don't want you to not be honest about what happened. There's a reason you did what you did, and there's all the evidence in the world that supports that. But the only thing that makes that any sort of okay would be getting the other side of what they did to you. So you're leaving out that part of the puzzle. Remember how I talked about the picture has like, the road. Well, no, I mean, okay, let's just say this. Okay, like if this is your story, this is the only thing that makes sense to their story. This is the only thing that makes sense to their story. This is the only thing that makes sense, right? Because everybody doesn't want to talk about what they did, right? Just all the stuff of he did this, they did this, he did this, right? So you're doing the same thing, which is fine because everyone does that when they're scared. The good thing we have is cameras, right? Forensic evidence makes it a lot easier. So I know you fired out there.
Yes.
I know the guns in the car. I know all that. I know you're scared. It's fucking.
Sir, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I know, but there's a reason for that, right?
We just need to know the reason why. I mean, everything can be explained, you know what I mean?
There's an explanation, but the thing I don't want to say is you might be nothing. Nothing. I'm not charging you with anything. We're just talking. I don't charge people. I talk to people in this room. But there's a reason all this happened. And I need to get your side of the story because the only thing that makes it look like, again, this is crude, right? But they are never going to say what they did wrong. And they're never going to say why you did the things that you don't want to talk about, right? And so the only person that can tell me about what they did is you. And that is all the difference. That's the difference between someone that's evil and someone that's acting in self-defense or someone that's just emotional or whatever it is that story.
Okay. Major, we were on Miller. Major, we were on the window and I seen a gun coming out. We pulled in Culver's. I took 2 shots to him. Somehow we made it to go to crowd. I hopped out, but I didn't have my gun on me on that time, or no gun.
Okay.
I hopped out just to say stop. She hit me. Major got out, started shooting more. Yes.
Okay. So you're saying you let off 2 shots on
Yes,
others?
sir.
Okay. It's not that big a deal. So, how do you guys end up finding each other? Because I think you're like leaving out how you crossed each other's path. Your story does not make sense there. And now we're being honest.
I'm telling you, like, I was on my way home and
Okay.
she was coming and she me.
As long as you're just being honest. Just tell me you're being honest.
I'm being honest with you.
I don't want to argue then. I believe you on that, okay? Because you're telling me about this. We might have to come back to it, but for right now, I'm going to take your word, okay? So, they pull into Culver's or you pull into Culver's?
Easy.
Okay.
Where are they at in the parking lot in Culver's?
They're in drive-through, but when I tried to open my door and then Major started rolling down his window, she took off.
Where's Major at in the car?
He's in the back driver's seat.
Okay. Alright, so he's behind. Who's driving?
Yes.
Who's driving, sorry?
Alicia.
Okay, and where's
Alicia's driving.
Lewis?
I think he's in the back with Major, but I'm not for sure.
Is that the only people you see?
Yes.
Okay.
Or 3?
I seen two drivers and two in the back, 2 boys, 2 girls. That's what I seen.
Are you positive on that?
I'm more than positive.
Well, let me tell you what Lewis says,
Mm-hmm.
and it could be wrong. Lewis says that he's driving, that she's in the front passenger seat, and Major's in the back seat. Is that possible or not?
No.
Tell me what you see.
No.
Which is fine. Like I said, everyone's gonna do the
I
dance.
knew Lewis, her ex, was gonna do this bullshit.
Yeah, that's fine. So if I trusted Lewis, would I be talking to you?
No, sir.
Right, exactly. That's why we're in here. So I want to get the
I
truth.
just know my life's over.
I don't think that.
I know that.
I don't think that.
That's why what you said earlier, like things can be explained. When you don't explain things and you don't tell your side of the story, that's when sometimes people could interpret you as being an evil person. But that's not what you're doing right now. You're explaining it and giving the reasons. This girl sounds like she's put you through hell.
What happened? I seen Alicia driving, another girl in the passenger, and 2 guys in the back.
Okay. All right. And they're pulling the covers. You follow them behind. What makes you shoot? You said you shot twice.
Yes, because Major was rolling down his window, and I seen a gun.
Okay. Were you already out of the car?
No, I was still in the car.
And were you guys parked behind him? Or
We were parked behind him, but when I was about to get out,
Okay.
that's when he was rolling down the window. I heard the gun back then, and then that's when I seen the gun.
Okay.
And then that's when I rolled down my window. She sped off, and I shot 2.
Okay. Were you just pissed because they're being stupid?
Yes.
You shot him like inside the passenger, or did you get out?
I like had my window down, door open, a little tight.
And you're on the passenger side. Your mom's driving.
Is your ass still in the seat or are you standing on the ground?
Still in the seat.
So you're just like leaned out.
Yeah, half.
Okay.
But I didn't shoot at the car, nothing. I shot at the grass.
Okay.
You will see the marks and everything. I made sure I didn't hit.
So is it fair to say you were just pissed that like, oh, you're gonna threaten me with a gun? Fuck you.
That, I was pissed because of the threat of the gun, and she's not trying to give me my house keys.
But they're driving away, so it's fair to say that you don't think he's gonna shoot you anymore at this point, right?
No.
So this isn't like, and it's not that big a deal. We didn't hit anybody. I don't care. This is like this is just a I'm fucking you shot, correct?
Yes.
Is that fair?
Yes.
I'm not mad at you. I've been mad before too. Okay. So they peel out of there. Where do they go? Because you're following them.
At least for a year or something.
Ketzler.
I don't, wait.
So this is,
When you come out,
there's a little side street right
little side street,
Yep.
yes.
And then this is back up to Lennon up here. Did you guys go up here?
Yeah, but we didn't take a left. We took this like a right. But how?
I will tell you, this is what he said, and you tell me if that makes sense to you or not. Huh?
I said, all right.
He says, okay, so Culver's is right here. He says you guys went like this, back down into Golden Corral.
Correct, yes. But we didn't take a left. That's the thing.
No.
You think you turned right?
No, we took a right for sure. I know for a fact.
Did you turn right or left into Golden Corral?
We took a right.
Okay, so I'm going to think that you're probably right, that you made a whole bunch of rights and came in.
Yes.
All right.
That's exactly what happened.
Okay, so you go this way.
That makes more sense.
Yes.
All right. Will you update Beckwith on just the fact that they did stuff wrong?
Okay.
And that we know what happened here.
Yes.
I think text him if he's talking. So you can just let him know that that was right, but then things changed from there. So your mom's car's obviously shot. Okay.
Oh yeah, I thought she was hit.
So you fire 2 rounds here at the grass.
Yes.
You take some rights. Okay. Now, why are you following them or having your mom follow them? Are you driving?
No, I'm not driving at all.
Okay.
I promise you.
Okay. All right.
My mom's driving, and I'm only following them just to get my keys.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I'm
So
following.
you weren't afraid of the gun?
No, I wish death on me.
Just because of what you're going through?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to argue. No, life gets hard. Okay. So on this map, then, you go up Ketzler, Lennon, down here. Do you pull into into Texas Roadhouse, into the, what was it, Brendan, you said?
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
Nope.
Then we have Casa Real, Vehicle Accessories, and the Golden Corral.
True, read it there.
Now, another little kind of truth nugget that there's really good cameras on both these buildings.
Yes, I would see what she would do. She pulled right in there and did the whole zoom, you hit me, and then Major,
Jumped out. Okay, you fired shots down here though too. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that.
When they ran into the game, the pole, and Major was shooting, and I heard my mom's car got hit. That's when I started to shoot. I shot 2 more times. That's it.
So he's shooting at you how many times?
3 to 5.
3 to 5. Now the gun you have
Yes.
in the car, there's actually 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
A 380
Mm-hmm.
and a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Those are both yours.
Yeah.
Well, they're not yours.
No, yes, they're mine.
And they're actually Major's.
Caleb's.
Caleb's Major, right?
No,
Caleb's not Major.
Caleb is not Major.
I thought they were one and the same.
No,
Those are Caleb's guns.
them are Caleb's.
Okay.
Oh, now you really threw me.
So we were under the assumption that Caleb and Major are the same person.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Because Caleb Stemple, and Major is a whole different dude.
Okay.
You don't know who he is.
No, that's why I don't.
Well, obviously, DCM Major is friends with Caleb, right?
Yes.
Does he ever post pictures of Caleb on his Facebook?
No, but I can tell you or show you what Caleb's look like.
What is, Caleb's Facebook?
It's weird. It's a weird name.
How did you end up with Caleb's guns? There's a report saying you stole them.
I didn't steal them. Alicia brought them to me and was like, "Hey, I got these for a present for you."
Alicia does too much.
Yeah.
So she's dating at one point. You,
Dating me.
Lewis, Caleb,
No, Caleb.
or Major.
It was supposed to be Lewis and Major. She used to date Major back in the day, but she swore him down that they're just friends. But Lewis was her ex, like the one that she was just with.
Right.
Yes.
So, they make the loop, you get out, she tries.
Do you want me to use a zoomed in map of that parking lot?
No, you have that.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Sorry.
My map for it.
Yeah. I guess so. So, for clarity, DCM Major, was he in the car?
Yeah.
That's the guy that's shooting.
Yeah, that's the dude who was shooting.
Was Caleb in the car?
Caleb, I don't know where is Caleb and Lewis. I think they just got dropped off there. Because I didn't see Caleb or Lewis, but I had a glance and I thought it was Lewis, but I wasn't 50-60.
So the two dudes in the back would assumingly be Lewis and Major.
And Major, yes. Yes.
Alright. Picture of Golden Corral or no? Cassie's picture of Texas Roadhouse to see if this person is the Major person?
Yeah.
Because he ran behind here. Yeah, that's Major.
That's actually Major, not Caleb.
Huh?
Not Caleb?
No, that's Major. Wait. Ooh, it's kind of hard.
I got another picture.
Because they're the same color, but
Are they brothers, or how do they know each other?
I do not know by heart.
Alright, yeah, have you drawn these ones? Okay, I want you to draw everywhere their car went, from the time it turned in on Miller Road to whatever it did to where it crashed, okay? So just draw me a line where the car traveled. Okay, and then I'm gonna have you write an behind next to that for Impala. Actually, put it over here so we got room. How about up here? Because I think we're going to have to draw shit down there. Okay, now your mom's car. Draw me a line of where her car went. And obviously it was right on top of some of that, right? You know what I mean?
Only right here.
Okay.
We stopped right
And
here.
then where did she? Okay, so it stopped.
She stopped there. She kept going.
Make a circle where it stopped. Okay. And then just write stop next to it. Okay. Where did they try to hit you at?
I got out right here.
Okay, so do me a favor and just write, let's do a D for Deandra. Okay, and that's where they tried to hit you.
Yes.
Okay. So they do this, you come across here, right?
To tell them to stop.
Draw a little dash line, like dot, 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 from your mom's car over to where you walked. Okay, is that fair? Don't actually, just pay attention real quick. Don't draw anything just because I said it.
Okay.
I'm just telling you how to describe it. If I describe what happened wrong, you tell me, okay? Don't just draw what I'm telling you. So you walked across that line, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that you're not just drawing whatever I say. All right, so they try to run into you, crash into the pole. He shoots at you, correct?
Before that,
Okay.
when I seen her speeding, I shot this way.
You shot that way
Yep, right at the ground.
when she was coming at you,
Yep.
and that was like a don't run me over.
Yes.
How many times did you fire?
Once, actually.
Okay, so draw a line over to here and just write once or one time, whatever you want to write. Good enough? Okay. He speeding by you, crash.
Yes.
Okay.
He hops out.
Hops out.
And so when I'm right here, he
Yep.
hops out. I instantly ran back this way because I seen doors open up and someone reaching for something.
Okay.
I got right behind my mom's car right here, and then that's when the shots was almost so close, and then the shots was hitting my mom's car. And then
So her car never moved initially. It's still facing away from Miller Road.
yes, facing away from Miller Road, but
Because you came back this way. Draw a dash line of you coming back to your mom's car. It's gonna be right. Okay. So you're trying to get in the car, right? You don't actually make it into it. You said
no.
the shots are hitting it.
The
How-
shots,
how-
yep.
Okay.
The shots started hitting it, so we got down to right here.
Okay.
I'm like, Mom, just
Are you in the car?
not at this time. I'm running next to her.
Okay. So she's driving away because she's getting shot at. You're running away because you're getting shot at.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm like, Mom, just go. Just leave. Just. They're not trying to shoot you. I'm not trying to get you hurt. So Major running on this side of the building, see us. And
Okay. Hold on. Slow down. So
Draw where the car is now with your mom.
does she stop or is she still driving?
she stops right here.
Okay. 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 Stop.
Yeah.
And then put a 2 next to it. Like stop for the second time. Okay. And you've now ran all the way up here?
Yes.
All right. I mean, it's going to be a crappy map by the time we're done. Give me some dashes.
Did something happen back here at all with the gun?
No. Nothing at all.
What with your gun? Like no issues with it?
Jam. It was jammed.
Okay. Where was that? Were you in like middle of the parking lot?
Right here, middle, yeah.
What made you realize that happened?
When I shot my first shot,
Like back here?
yes,
Okay.
back here, I didn't know until I looked at it, like the bullets was like halfway out and then some was still trying to go in. And I'm just like, it's Sam.
So you felt safe enough, like right here, where you could just rack it to,
Yeah.
slide back.
But it wasn't racking, it was kept on getting jammed. Every time I racked it, a bullet fly out.
Okay.
Okay. We put an R for rack wherever you think that happened. Okay. And then, can you keep going with this? I'm actually going to get one of that parking lot, I think, in a lot better detail than that.
Okay. So your mom's parked back here, right? Did you ever get in her car at that point? Were you back in the car
No.
then? Okay, so did you run behind the car, or where were you at?
I was behind it,
Okay.
yeah.
So kind of like taking cover.
Yes.
What was going on down here?
Major, I don't know what they were doing, but Major just kept on trying to follow us, and he was running on this side of the building.
So he's down on foot.
Yes.
Okay. So he's running from the crash.
Yes.
Was he in the car when it crashed?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Did you see where he got out of the
The passenger, not the passenger, the driver's side.
rear?
Yes, rear.
Just making sure.
You will see the person get out the car and start running if you look at the
All right. So
camera.
he starts running down here.
Yes, starts running down here. He was about to shoot again, but he seen me, just kept on trying to rack it. So he's like, oh, ran back to the car. And then when he heard the sirens,
He ran back to this car,
Yep.
the Impala. Okay.
he ran back to the Impala. And then, but I guess when he heard the sirens, I guess they said, you can't be here, go, or something. He started running this way, on the side of the building, running this
You
way.
actually watched him.
Oh, I watched him. I'm like, at first I was almost in front of him, then I was hiding, then he took off. But I'd say he was running outside the building.
Why don't you go ahead and draw that right on the map where you can label him as M if you want, if that helps. Because I don't know his name and neither do you, so.
Major is like right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna say when he got right up, I was.
So this is that vehicle accessory. Sorry, it gets really confusing when you're trying to still look at it.
So here's the vehicle. He got out. He came back. And was seeing us.
So he came back because he saw you down there.
Yes.
Okay.
So I took off to like right here.
Mm-hmm. Are you on foot?
Yes, I'm on foot.
So you start running.
I
Okay.
started running. I'm right
So make
here.
a mark there, too, so I know where you go. Okay.
And Major is like, where's T-Mobile?
T-Mobile is like right here. So Five Guys and T-Mobile are the same building. So T-Mobile's right here.
He's just running behind here. Then I think came across right here, or just kept on going behind.
Was there any confrontation? I mean, that's pretty close.
No, I made sure he didn't see me.
Okay, so you're hiding.
I'm hiding.
You're hiding behind a car or something?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so
And
why did you run all over here?
because I didn't want to get in the car with my mom, passing them,
Okay.
and then
You were worried about them going after.
going after my mom. So I didn't want no one to touch my mom.
Didn't want to go to the car. I got you. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So you're hiding over here, and
Yes.
he runs past
He
you.
runs past me.
You shoot at him.
No, I don't have no guns on me right then.
Where did that go?
I was in the car. I didn't get in the car. I just
You threw it in.
threw it in.
Why'd you do that?
Huh?
Why did you do that?
Because I got bullets. Shell casings on the ground here and over here.
But why? I mean, you still have these people that are threatening you, really.
Yeah.
So why put the gun away?
Because it's not my gun. Because when Alicia brought the guns to me, she's like, these are for you. And
Are you worried you're gonna get caught?
yes.
Okay. Because you're so far away from your mom. I get it. That makes more sense. Okay. Just have to explain it as part of all this. So, okay. So you over here, he runs past you.
And that it wasn't my gun, it was Caleb's gun, so I wasn't trying to be caught with his gun.
Okay. So he runs past you. You said he goes where?
Back here, I don't know if he kept going. I lost him like right in the T-Mobile, like right between here.
If that's what he did, then just go ahead and just continue like his path with like little dots or something. Just where you think he went. That's fine. Okay.
That's all I know.
So once he runs past you, what do you do?
I started running this way
Okay.
and then left.
Just eventually.
Yeah, because my mom was driving by, and when I was walking in the front, I seen her. I was like, Mom. Then she pulled in and got me.
So she pulls in like right in this driveway.
Mm-hmm.
This is like Texas Roadhouse and T-Mobile.
Yes.
Okay. So she picks you up there, and then where you guys go? You and Mom.
On the highway.
So you shoot down Mill Road, you go east,
Mm-hmm.
you get on 75, and that's where you get picked up eventually.
Yep.
Okay. Makes a lot more sense. Okay.
That's the whole story, like the exact story, what really happened, and I'm shocked that I just said that.
Well, he's not lying. There's been plenty of people in here that don't offer an explanation. Like, people are always like, oh, don't talk to the police, don't talk to the police, but there's so many times that you should, like, offer an explanation, because really, if I think you're just going after them without you telling me all this, that doesn't look very good for you, does it? And if you don't tell me that, that's what I'm going to think.
Yes.
And like luckily we do have a lot of cameras in this area, but sometimes we don't.
Right, I
So
know.
we have to go off what people say and what the
they-
evidence shows, and a lot of times the evidence is just strictly like where the casings are and
So, me being on probation and not gun and oh my god, I'm not.
I mean, I'd be lying to you if I told you it was a good thing, right? I mean, it's not good, but I mean, there's an explanation behind this.
I have court tomorrow too.
On what case?
It's my Holly case, for I think a OWI or something.
Okay. Well, you can justify everything that's going on. It's all documented, okay? So we'll figure that out later. I wouldn't worry about that if I were you right now.
So they start to go in on him about the inconsistencies because they got two witnesses that survived the attack, the boyfriend and the friend that was in the back of the vehicle. So there's a lot of information here, and he said a story that doesn't quite jive. It's going to be interesting.
What if I told you that when our officers got there, Lewis was in the driver's seat? Do you have any explanation for that? I mean, I know obviously that people
She was too high. That's why. I bet it was.
Okay.
She was too high.
Okay. So like trying to avoid.
Yes. I bet you, I promise you, God can strike me down now. She was driving that whole time.
Did you ever run up here to the grass?
No.
You never ran up there? Okay.
Actually, when my mom was stopped and I went back and I came right behind her car to look, that's it.
You ran right behind whose car?
My mom's car right that stopped right there.
But I mean, like you didn't walk right up
No.
to her car.
I didn't walk up to her car, no. No. Because I was going to walk because I thought she was by herself. Because she told me on the phone before she was supposed to give me my keys. I'm just by myself sitting in Walmart parking lot. So I'm thinking she's still by herself. But she had Louis, Major, and all these other people.
Okay. Okay, so the spots that you actually shot from is, I know we went over the Culver's one, that was 2 in the drive-thru, right? And you said that was in the grass? Okay, this isn't a very good big picture, and I'll see if maybe he'll bring us there on, but the drive-thru at Culver's is like right here. What grass are you talking about?
Wait, the exit.
Oh, back here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the drive-thru's right here, I think. I'm sorry, it is. You know, I'm backwards. I'm sorry, I apologize. I was looking at it the wrong way.
I don't
So
think
it is this way. Okay. So
because you pull out right on the side.
where would you have shot into the grass? Is it this side?
This side.
Okay, so like right here is probably where.
Like right to the like where the exit's at.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I shot, right there at the grass.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. And so you shot there.
Yes.
Where else did you shoot? So nothing like this whole drive that you guys
That whole
did through
drive.
all these, nothing here.
Nothing. The only thing I keep seeing is Major keeps trying to peek out his head, peeks his head, peeks his head.
Well, when we first get down here,
Yeah.
that's fine. So we're starting from the beginning because that was Culver's, right? So I want to highlight the areas where you were when you shot the gun.
Clovers and then
And
right
then,
there.
okay, so here, you're at mom, with mom right here, right? Shots here.
Not there. Right over here when she was coming, and then I just shot to the side.
But that's, okay, she stopped and then you took off running. Sorry, you ran over here first, right?
Yep.
Okay, so one shot here.
One shot there.
Okay, so one shot here from these X's. And then you ran back over here, right?
Yep. And then when I was running that way,
That's when the gun jammed.
that's when the gun jammed, and that's when Major got out the car and started shooting, and that's when my mom came down here. And
You think that's when your mom's car got shot?
Oh yeah, it is for sure.
So then she goes down here, and you are back running over
Back
there.
running over there, trying to
Fix the
wreck
gun.
it, fix it.
You shoot any rounds from down here?
No, I didn't. My gun's jammed. Like nothing.
Did you fire any more rounds after that?
No.
You can't get it to work.
It's soft.
Okay. Are you sure about the one round here?
Oh, I'm positive.
Only one.
Only one.
Okay. What direction do you shoot towards?
To my right.
Are you facing Miller Road?
standing like this, facing that.
Like towards, well, just draw a direction that way.
So I'm facing the field.
So you're shooting to the north. That's really what that is.
But I shot like I shot like this to the side.
You're facing this way.
Yeah, I'm facing this way, but I shot to the side
Why are you facing that way?
because that's where she's coming towards me.
That's what she's. I apologize. I was thinking that you already. Okay. So
Oh,
you had
no.
already. Okay, I got you. So she's already coming this way.
Yeah.
You're worried she's gonna run you over.
Run me over, yeah.
Okay.
And so I shot to see if she would stop. No,
But they crash, and he starts getting out. So you're like, oh no, I gotta go.
I gotta go. I gotta
And
get out of
you
here.
run back to mom who's down here. You put the gun in the car,
Yes.
and then you start taking off this way because
Major was.
Major is traveling. I mean, is running this way, and then you hide. You don't have the gun anymore.
No.
All right. Did you ever shoot at the car?
No. No.
Is it possible?
No. I know it was not possible. I made sure I did not shoot at the car.
And you never ran up to the car once it was crashed because he was getting out with the gun, right?
Yeah. Why would I run to a car?
It makes no sense when I have to ask people done weird
no.
things. Okay.
No. But you're really saying Lewis was in the driver's seat?
You know, I like to hope that I know everything, but I've seen weird shit, man. I've seen weird shit. I don't know that he is. I don't know that he isn't. And people switch seats all the time. So, but that's why it's important. So my partner was telling you, like, we had talked to everybody, and there's 3 sides to every story. Not 2, 3. Because there's a little bit of truth and a little bit of false in what everybody says, because everybody has their reasons. You know, like, you're on probation, you're worried. That's a valid reason to not want to tell the truth. It honestly is, and I don't blame you for it. So, but we'll figure it out. Is there anything else, like, in reference to that gun? If somebody told me that you broke into Caleb's house and took that gun, is that true?
See what I'm talking about? I knew, like, Caleb's gonna make some lies all the time.
I haven't even talked to Caleb, for record.
They're just trying to get me. Because Caleb, why would Caleb say I broke into his house and got his gun? I don't even know where Caleb even lives. For one.
No clue.
No clue.
Okay. So she decides to take Caleb's gun and just give him to you, huh?
Yes.
At
Because,
any point in time, did you think, maybe I should get with Caleb and give these guns? Did that ever cross your mind?
That went across my mind, but when she told me, she gave me the gun and she broke up with him, that her ex-boyfriend was planning on killing me for 2 months, like playing it.
Who's that?
Lewis.
Lewis, okay. So, Caleb and Lewis are friends.
Lewis and Caleb was planning to kill me for 2 months just to kick my door in and come kill me.
why did they want to kill you?
That's,
You guys didn't have any beef?
I didn't have no beef. I don't even know these guys.
You don't have any relationship with them outside of just through her, right?
No.
Like you didn't go to school with them?
Nothing. Only I went to school with Caleb, played football with him, but I transferred to Grand Blanc the 8th grade year and never seen him. Never talked to him.
And then just started
Started
again through...
no one, yes, with through Alicia, and then I guess they just started hating me or not liking me because I was dating her or something.
Did you guys all ever hang out together? Or was it always just like you and them?
It was just me and her.
Okay. Thank you. Alright. Well, I think we got a bigger map here. I'm going to have you do exactly what you just did, but on a bigger map so we can make sure we have it down right, okay? Because that's just a little too small, in my opinion. We know that you turn in. I'll give you this back. Just do exactly what you did already. You pull in and make mom's car. Label it. you fire the round. Sorry, let's go in order. They start. Where are they at when your mom stopped you? Where are they at? So do you know where your mom went when you were running and hiding back here? Do you know where mom went?
No.
You don't know where she went. Okay, but eventually you ran out by the driveway to T-Mobile and Texas Road House, and she must have had eyes on you at least to be able to tell where you were, right?
I guess so.
Okay. Did she say anything to you after? Mom?
Mom, she was like, why would you do that? Why would you even put your mother in that predicament and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, I didn't know they were gonna have guns, and if they would have met us at Walmart, I'm pretty sure I would have died that day. If they would have just came up to Walmart and I would have stayed there, because they had Lewis and Major with guns, and I didn't know nothing or didn't have any feeling. Like, I'm thinking, okay, she's just giving me my keys.
Yeah.
If she would have just pulled in and Major and all them hopped out, it would have been nothing.
Right.
But I just had a feeling something's not right. Like, kept calling, like, where are you at? I know you're with someone, just come on, tell me.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Did you have the guns with you?
Huh?
Did you have the guns with you all day?
No.
So where did the guns come from?
I picked them up in a bush when I got off work.
Well, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. We all store our guns in bushes, right?
All right, you guys tell me more about that, because that sounds kind of strange, but I'll let you clarify.
I don't like to leave my guns at my house, so I leave them in a bush. When I got off work, I went to the bush, got it, and then my mom picked me up from work, going to my house. And then that's when I was calling Lisa to see where she was at. She said, I'm at Walmart. Meet me there. I went to Walmart for 10 to 15 minutes. She wasn't there, so I started leaving. And yes.
Did you go back home between Walmart? Okay.
I was on my way back.
Where's that you picked up the guns at? In that trip?
I picked up as soon as I got on work.
So you went back home?
No, it wasn't home. It was in a bush, like by my boss' house.
So you stored the guns there when?
Like a couple of days ago.
How come?
Because I'm not supposed to have guns.
Fair. I mean, did you think your probation officer was going to come visit, or was there any,
Cops, actually.
why is that?
Because if she would have just called the cops saying that, I got in touch with DeAndre, not supposed to be in contact with her.
So because you had initial contact, she contacted you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were worried she was setting you up or something?
Oh, yeah, I know she was. That's why she had Major with me.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's
So you put the guns from your house at that point to a bush by your boss's
Yes.
house. Did anybody else know about it?
No.
Just you?
Just me.
Okay. So when your mom picked you up from work and you're like at your boss's house, you decided to get the guns then?
Yes.
Why?
Because I was already on my way home, and I was gonna put them somewhere else instead of by my boss' house. But she was like, I'm somewhere else. I'm thinking she's at my house, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna grab the guns, go to my house, take a quick shower, and then go take them to my friend's house.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to do.
Okay. So how long had the guns been in the bushes?
3 days.
3 days. Okay. I'm glad nobody else found them.
You're right.
But I understand why you did it. It makes sense. Did you pick them up because you thought you were going to have a problem with her?
No.
Did you think that anything
No.
bad was going to happen like that, where you
No,
needed to have a gun for protection?
I think I didn't need nothing. I thought everything was good. I thought I was just getting my keys, and maybe she would come back and we can just chill and talk it out. Like, talk how's your day been, how my work, You know, I was like, did that work? Thinking everything's fine and
Yeah.
dandy. But I just heard in her voice she was tired, like, what? I told you I'm gonna be there in a f***ing minute. Like, and then I'm like, she only acts like that when she's around people.
Okay.
So I'm like,
You kind of felt like she had people with her.
mm-hmm.
That freaked you out a little bit.
That freaked me out, so my heart was jumping. I'm like, all right, Mom, we're gonna stay here for a minute, and then see if she's really gonna bring my key. We left, and yeah, that happened.
Did you fire any rounds from here?
Oh yeah,
How many?
a lot.
That's good.
3 to 5.
Okay, so some hit your mom's car, right?
Major. Oh, what do you want me?
You can just say how many times you think you fired. I mean, was there different volleys? You know, that means like different sets of shots. Like he shot the first time, and then when you moved, he shot another time. That'd be like a different volley.
Oh yeah, he shot 3. I'll say 3 shots here. Then he ran to like.
Yeah, so wherever he shoots from, just label wherever he's at.
Because when my mom's like when he shot 3 of them,
Yeah.
my mom seen that my mom started moving. Then
Sure.
he got right here trying to shoot again.
How many times did he shoot here?
Once,
Okay. And then,
once or twice.
okay. Anything else?
And then my mom stopped right there. That's when Major was right there trying to see where I'm at. And he sees me, and I'm just trying to
Fix gun.
fix it.
Mhm.
And he ran back to the impound and took off back this way.
No other, just these two.
Yeah.
Okay. So altogether, maybe you said 3 to 5 here.
Yes.
Put 3-5 then. That way we don't think there's 3. So 3 to 5 here, and then 1 here. So maybe at most total 6. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And you 1 shot.
Yes.
So the whole entire time, everything that happened at Golden Corral, you fired one time from over here.
Yes.
Okay. And that was when they were driving towards.
Driving towards
That was before the crash.
before the crash.
Okay. At any point in time, were you on the driver's side of her car shooting?
No.
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 Okay.
No. I was like directly in the middle, and then I shot right at the ground, like towards like the grass and like the cement, and then she hits me in my leg, like because I try to move, but
How fast did you shoot the gun?
oh, at least good 40 or maybe more.
Okay.
And yeah.
So what? Backing up a little bit to what happened at Culver's, there's no way that you would have been shooting like from the driver's side of her vehicle, right? You were out the window, like you said before. You shot at the grass,
Yeah.
so it was nothing like towards the vehicle.
Right.
Okay.
Why? What's going on with the driver's side?
Well, we have to figure out where shots went where from who's gun, so there's got to be ballistics that's got to be done. So just the more information I have on like directions is helpful to the lab people that go out there and do that. You said you thought you fired at least twice at Culver's. Is there any chance it could have been more?
Oh, it wasn't more. I know for a fact.
Like if it was 3 times, would it surprise you? Sometimes stuff happens, especially pulling a trigger when you're mad. It's easy to pull an extra round. Is it possible? I mean, just a possibility there. You're probably pretty mad that you're going to get shot, and your mom was standing right there.
Yes.
Fair. I mean, I would be pretty mad too if my mom was driving me around and somebody started acting like that.
So me and my mom are getting booked because of their shooting at us.
Well, we're still working on everything. That's why you guys are here for a long time. That's unfortunate, but that's why it's important to talk about exactly what happened. Things got to get worked out one way or another, but we'll figure that out and talk with our bosses and find out what we can do, okay? Is there anything else you can think of that maybe we haven't talked about that might be important? Things that have happened in the past? Anything that you've recently had. Is there anything in your phone that might be helpful to you, like any threats or anything? We have your phone, so is there any conversations or anything in your phone that would be helpful to show that maybe she was being...
She texted me and saying that not Major, but Lewis and what's his name, been trying to set a day or whatever to kill me and to come to my house. She was like, "Can you please answer? Can I please tell you?" And I just didn't take it to heart. That was like when she came back around. She was just kept on bugging and bugging. Say like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Okay. Well, I think that would be important and it'd be helpful to you to have that. So what I can do is either get a consent to search for your phone or get a search warrant for it. And it doesn't matter to me either way we go. But if you have people that are shooting at you and a few days before that are somebody's telling you that they're trying to kill you, you see how that might help your case, right?
It would help a lot, right? Or no?
Yeah.
I want to say yes.
I'll tell you this. With or without, I'm going to need a search warrant and get it.
Yeah, I know. I just don't.
So it's up to you. I don't care either way. I'll do a search warrant if you want me to, and
I
that's
just
the
don't
case.
want to see all the messages because I kept on replying.
Now, DeAndre's worried about the text messages in that phone. There's a lot more he needs to worry about. We'll get into that later. Now, the other officer is going to go into how these guns got to the scene. How did you end up with guns while you're going to get your keys?
All right. Now help me out on how the guns end up in the car. You're going from work to pick up the keys, but you're got a 380 and a 9 with you.
Yes, I had them in a bush by my works. I was about to take them home, but I got them out the bush before I was about to be on my way home. My mom picked me up when I got them out the bush. I was going home, called her, thinking she's gonna be home, so I could just go home. But she wasn't home.
Why were you getting the guns out of the bush if the bush was your storage unit?
Because I felt like people were getting like too close and knowing my area where I was putting them.
Your bush?
Yes.
How would they know about your bush?
Just people kept on watching me like when I walk.
Play with the bush?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Nothing.
Just trying to figure out what's wrong. So, looking at the scene, there's some casings here, kind of where you were standing. And there's some cases here. Now, you had mentioned that you fired
You understand what that means, right?
casings.
Yeah, so in case you get the bullets, whatever.
Okay. There's like 2 or 3 rounds over by the car, and then there's like 4-ish, 4 to 5 out here in the parking lot. Now you said 2. Is it possible in the heat of battle that there's more rounds out here? Because what they're going to do is forensically match.
Yeah.
So, my guess, you tell me if I'm wrong, is that you're maybe underplaying things, and that 2 is really that 4 to 5 that's out here.
Oh, I didn't shoot 4 to 5. I know for a fact I didn't.
Well, they're going to match those up.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. And now you said you shot at the ground, right?
Okay. Yes.
All right. Have you ever had a close friend lie to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember a specific situation?
Kind of not.
Okay, so what the lie was about? Was what the lie was about more hurtful, or the actual lie?
I see what you're saying.
Okay. So what this gets into is that everybody in their life has been wronged by somebody. Right? Pick your up. Everyone in their life's been wronged by somebody, and normally, a lot of times it's silly. It might be, no, you don't look bad in that dress, or, no, that's okay. No, I really don't like that person, or whatever it is. But it's the lie that's more offensive than the actual act. And so this may come down one day to to a jury of your peers listening to your story, and they're going to judge you, right? That's why they're judge and jury, right? It's the jury's job to weigh what you did and decide whether or not, what people are alleging you did versus what you're saying you did, and they're going to go on your credibility. And if you are found to be a liar here today, then in my experience, I could be wrong, but they're going to think you're a liar, right? And they're going to think they're not going to believe you. So you lose your credibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think I can explain away on my end why you were not honest initially, because you don't want to get in trouble. You shot a gun in the car, blah blah blah. You're worried about that, right? But now we have to come to Jesus. Hey, look, this is going to happen with or without you. We certainly want you to help yourself. So then you tell me these stories that's really minimizing the situation, which is fair, right? You're never going to say, I ate the whole box of cookies. I just had one, and possibly it was my brother that finished the thing off. I just cracked the seal. So that's what we're kind of getting into, is that you're really minimizing things, and I think people are going to see the evidence that's going to speak for itself. So it's not going to be what other people say, but I'll tell you, there's Sergeant Grell Rousseau, Sergeant Horn, there's lieutenants at the crime lab, and these guys every day just testified the other day for me. Excellent. Smartest people I've seen in police work. They're going to tell me, I almost guarantee it, that all these casings are yours, that they were fired from that 9mm Glock, same one that's down this Culver's. We did find the two fired cartridge cases down there. They're going to tell me all these rounds were fired from the same gun, and so were those ones down there. And people are going to say he minimized it, meaning he didn't want to get in trouble. He was worried about himself, not about what happened. And so he minimized it. We're not going to believe him because other people are telling a very evil story about you.
Oh, I know.
And it has nothing to do with keys, and it has to do with you looking to shoot people.
Oh, I know.
And I'll tell you, your mom doesn't help your situation any. You guys are chasing this car. You're on camera throughout the township. It looks like you're on a murder mission. So I need to get the facts straight before I get the why straight, and the facts are wrong right now because I got multiple rounds right here.
So you're just saying I'm just a killer going up to kill everyone. That's what you're saying. Yes, okay. Thank you.
No, that's what I'm saying people may interpret you as, because they're going to believe. They're not going to believe you because you said you fired 2 rounds, and I'm telling you based on my training experience that the 4 to 5 out there are 100% yours, and the max one to callers.
Yes, but I guess they're not going to find his shell casing, are they?
We have multiple over here that I believe are from him. So I disagree with you. I think that these 2 to 3 are his. These 4 to 5 are yours. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I said so, or yeah, because that's the truth, and now you want to tell me the truth?
It's the truth.
Okay. Now, we have to get to the whole I shot in the grass thing, right? We know that's not the truth either, because we got bullet holes in the car.
It could have been him shooting through the car.
So, unfortunately, I did a little evidence tech work in my days of police work, and I've got an inbound shot in the windshield.
Okay.
And you're shooting the cars that's coming by you. Not to mention you're on surveillance.
Yeah.
Shooting at the car like this while it's driving by you. Did the car pass you on the driver's side or passenger side? You just pointed to your right, so if you're facing that way, that would be putting you on the passenger side.
Right.
So it went by like this.
So, if I told
Right.
you, told you you're pointing the gun out, not in the dirt, you told me 2 rounds, it's actually 4 to 5 rounds. It's going to be forensically matched to the gun. You're telling me that that's more likely the truth. Now we're shooting into the car. Just tell me about that, because that's not what we talked about. So now it looks like you're lying to me.
Because I wasn't shooting in the car. My hand was going down. If you watch the video, my hand was going down while I was shooting.
But they're crossing you at the same time, so now you're crossing the car as it's driving.
I didn't shoot when the car got right there, right like about to cross me though.
So how did the car get hit with inbound bullets?
That's what I don't know. I don't know if it ricocheted and it came through or what.
Ricochets don't work like that. I can tell you that right now. now. So we'll take that. You shot into the car. I'll tell you, my training and experience tells me you shot into the car. Forensic evidence with the lab personnel out there are going to show that you shot into the car. All that evidence will show you shot into the car, and then you're going to say that you didn't shoot into the car, but there'll be all this evidence saying you did shoot in the car. Then no one's going to believe that you're in fear for your life. So then, take that right off the table. Now you're just shooting into the fucking car because that's what the evidence shows. Now, I like you. I do. But at the end of the day, my job's to get the truth. And I'll tell you right now that you're not being honest with me.
But you're just believing their story, though.
No, forensic evidence.
Yes, but you heard their story, and you said they're making me as a bad guy, so you're gonna believe their story.
No, nope. I need you to hear me out.
People make other people the bad
Do
guy.
you remember that triangle picture I drew?
Sure.
Okay, I'm only talking about their little piece of the triangle that overlaps with your story that they're making me the bad guy. They left out the part where they fired, which I know they fired because it shows it on camera.
We had the same conversation with them. We know you fired, it's just casings there.
Yep.
Same conversation.
And they said, you know what? We did fire. But they got a different version of events, of course, but they said they fired. But what I'm telling you is the evidence, not them, shows that you fired at the car and you hit it as it was driving by.
So, I guess, I did. I don't know. My mind was racing, and I was in the heat of the moment.
So what should I believe? Because initially you said 2 rounds, then you say, you know what, you're right, it was more.
Because it was 2 rounds, and my gun started jamming. That's what I don't get. And bullets were just flying out because I kept on trying to cock it back. That's what I don't understand.
Well, you were cocking the gun back here, and
I was cocking it right here.
yeah, I hate to be Billy Bradshaw, but also one of our firearms instructors, and when you cock a gun, it doesn't fire, okay?
Yeah.
So the gun's kind of just like auto-cocking, like, that's not working out. So you're firing into the car. The evidence clearly tells me you're firing into the car. I can't debate that anymore.
If you say that to me.
No, it's not if I say it. I'm asking you. I want you to say, Lord, I have fucked up today. I'm coming forward, and I need to be honest about this so people don't think I'm a liar. I was pissed. I was upset. I was thinking with
I'm gonna be in jail.
my
That's
emotions.
the thing.
Well, I never worry about consequences. My only job is to find out what really happened.
Yeah, but you're not gonna go find the guy that was shooting at me.
In custody.
How is he in custody?
Because it's Caleb and not whatever his name is.
That is. You got the wrong guy.
Why did Lewis say it's Caleb?
Because Caleb don't have no warrants, no nothing. He never did anything wrong, and he would never shoot. He's not a shooter.
Well,
sir.
I'll tell you that we will find Caleb, and I will get his side of the story, and we'll have the same long ass talk with him.
It's a major.
And I will tell you that I will find Major, and I will have the same long ass talk with him.
Okay.
Will you send that to Egbert, by the way? See if she can work with the bullshit she does. He shot the car. No, he shot the car. The end. And I can't do anything until we get over that. Because if you would have told me your story 4 hours, 6 hours ago, whatever it was, right after it happened, oh yeah, sure, man, you seem nice, I like you, I believe that. But now I've got cameras, I've got the lab out there, the lab is doing their laser
I
trajectories.
didn't know I shot in the car because when the car was coming, I was moving and I'm trying to shoot away and not at the car, and I guess one of the bullets went through. And I'm being dead honest with you on that. Like, I was not trying to aim for the car at all. Yeah, I mean, was trying to scare them and, like, hey, but no, I was not trying to shoot.
What do you mean by scare him?
Like, scare them, like, hey, stop. When they got, like, real close.
Like, put the gun at him, scare him?
No. I had it in my pocket, and I moved the clip towards him to, like, hey, and then that's when...
That bullet.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know, when I was trying to move down, like, coming down,
Okay.
because I was trying to shoot on, like shoot the tire type But I guess when I was aiming up, it went like that.
I thought you were shooting the grass. Was the grass the original two-shot story?
Yes, because that's where the grass was coming when they were turning.
Well, they're going straight.
Yeah, they're going straight, but they're about to turn right here.
So
And the grass is right there.
I thought you were shooting this way. Now you're shooting this way?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know anybody's injuries in this car?
No. None.
Okay.
Nobody saying what if anyone heard.
So
What's going on?
we'll talk about it. Where did your mom really pick you up from? Because I doubt you went to work, and I doubt there's this magic bush that you like to thrust upon
When you have work clothes on.
to get in the bush to get the guns.
The gun was in the car already.
Your mom rolls around with two guns in the car?
No, I put them in there before she even knew they were in there, and she picked me up from work, and I was going home. Yes.
So no magic bush.
No magic bush.
That's an interesting. I think that's one of the most interesting stories I've ever heard. A magic bush.
So no, you got to hide in the bush.
Did you put them in on your way to work, or have they been in there for a while?
Put them on my way to work, because I didn't want her to take them.
That makes more sense.
Now, where did you put them in the car? I doubt you put them in the popcorn bucket on the way to work.
No, I did. Oh, I did.
On the way to work?
On the way to work, and I took it back out and put it back in there.
Did your mom know you were putting it in there?
Well, after the fact, not initially, right?
Yes.
Now, did you walk out of the house with the popcorn bucket?
No, she already had the popcorn bucket in there.
Okay, so you just...
I act like I was eating something.
Yes. Okay. Time machine. I want to go back to the bush. The bush is another question. Alicia got shot in the head, but
Who?
Alicia.
Alicia. Is she alive or
Kind of.
could have moved it?
She got shot in the head. That's why we're talking about that shot. That's why it's so important. And no one in the car is talking about keys.
Oh my God. Like, I can't even get in my house. Like, if we go to my house right now, I can't even get in there. Like, all my stuff's in my house right now, probably gone because she has my keys, and she probably gave them to Caleb. And
I mean, you clearly have like some hardcore relationship problems.
yes,
You're shooting over at Culver's. You're chasing them around Hell's Half Acres. You know, you don't look like the good guy in us.
like I said,
I'll be honest. If I pull in here to get away from you, and then you pull in and you're standing there, I'm gonna run your fucking ass over too.
why would you keep my keys though? Sure.
No one's life's worth keys, man. So I don't give a
How would I even get back in my house?
kick the fucking door.
I don't.
I mean, you can always call maintenance at your apartment complex.
That's $150. I'm not about to pay $150 when I can just get my keys for free.
So her life was worth less than $150.
So she's dead.
She's got a bullet through the brain. You normally don't survive that.
She's probably gonna live long enough to donate organs.
So she's dead.
It's not dead, but she's got a bullet through the
She's not
fucking brain.
good.
She's not gonna make it though.
The only person I know that has survived a bullet wound lived for a year and then died to the head. So it doesn't look good at all to put things in perspective.
And that's why I want to get your perspective. And it's that this.
You guys don't believe me though. That's the thing.
But no, you're telling me this was all worth it for a set of keys. That's what you're telling me.
It wasn't worth it for the set of keys, but it was worth of defending myself of not trying to get shot. Yes.
Any point in
If
time.
you guys would have seen what he was doing on the road with them cameras, like you would see he was trying to shoot me.
Well, they put that round ass thing on the car for a reason. Turn it 90 degrees and go the fuck away from it.
Huh?
Steering wheel.
You guys could have, you and your mom both could have just turned off at any point in time. Like, none of it's worth it.
Let me lay this out with you. You're in a car, 2 stolen guns. You are looking all over, calling her relentlessly, right? Per your words. You find them Culver's. You pull in behind them. They take off. Your story of seeing him flex with a gun, but not hanging out the window, because we know that a camera would pick that up and you'd be deemed a liar. But somehow you look.
You sure
With your X-ray vision, you told me earlier he's not hanging out the car, and now you fire 2 rounds in the grass, which I'm sure is bull there because you lied about the rest of it. At the car, they take off, and your mom sits down to fucking ride. She chases them all the way around. They pull in here, and here comes the guy that just shot at me, and now he's walking out here with a fucking gun with a big old extended mag on it. So if I'm them, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn you into roadkill, driving over, and now you're firing at the car, and then now they're speeding up, and you shot her in the head, and then they crash, and because you just shot at them, Lewis does tell Caleb, shoot, well, or whoever you say it is, shoot that motherfucker, and so he does shoot back and hit your mom's car.
That's not what happened, and that's not what... Can I speak to my lawyer?
Sure.
And it's no surprise that DeAndre will request an attorney after being confronted with such a boatload of evidence. He would find evidence that he was actively tracking his ex just before the shooting. DeAndre would get roughly 40 to 100 years for hunting down and murdering his ex-girlfriend that day. And his mom, she was no innocent bystander. She was found to be a part of the plot to ambush Alicia. She was the driver in the high-speed chase from Culver's to Golden Corral. She helped her son escape the scene after the shooting. And did I mention that when the police caught up to them, she tried to hide one of the weapons in that popcorn tin? Now that's a dedicated mom. And for all of her actions, she would get 32 to 104 years. Not bad for trying to give her son a ride. She might have been better off driving an Uber. Thank you so much for tapping in for another episode on this channel. If you look in the pinned comment, I have what I would say is my very best case on this channel so far. If you haven't seen it, it's a real headbanger. Go check it out before all the other channels cannibalize that video. I wish you all to have a great day and can't wait to see you again soon, right back here on They Caught Me. Till next time.